Hey Lion, thank you. I appreciate it. It'll be interesting today since there has been a few more discoveries, specifically with a strategy that I had problems anyway, and it might be faster and easier now. Which might very well allow me to get world record if I get a good run in today. That's the goal anyway. Let's try this out. Hey JK. Well, you know what's up. It's frequency time. I'm just wondering if I should honestly switch to classic or not at that point. Let's try it with classic since I'm used to it anyway and see if it helps or not. And hello YouTube JK as well. So I'd be coming in from this side. No, this is my first time trying it actually. So I guess you went past the gate from this part, right? Just to be set up with exit. Well, I didn't go at all just now. Have we tried that before? Like not going at all? Probably not a good idea. You really gotta wait a little in the cutscene, I guess, for aggro to actually stop, right? So that makes sense. Oh, you even spam it, so you don't just double tap. Okay. Imagine if that happened during a run. Amazing, I love it. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Yeah, hitting the arrows didn't seem too bad from my first try there. It seemed pretty natural. But yeah, let's try this. Hold. Well, that's not at all what I wanted to go for. But in theory it shouldn't matter too much, right? This is probably bad, but just so I know. Let's imagine this happened during a run. Yeah, no, this is horrendous. Well, that's what I was trying to go for, I just didn't line up correctly. Because I'm also trying to do it from the side I would come in during an any percent run, you know, so... Because you just went straight here, but you wouldn't be going straight there, you'd be going from the other side, which makes it a bit more complicated potentially. Maybe you have to do a little turn. You start kicking as the fade to black happens, okay. The important part is to line up exactly with the exit, honestly, that's the biggest one. 1, 2. I didn't even hit it. Okay. So I guess the first two I can actually aim directly at the sack, and the last one I have to adjust a little bit. That's what it feels like. I'm using classic, yes. Is that bad? Should I be using modern remap? Oh, because of the slowdown, I see. So this is a modern only strat now. My muscle memory is so like set up for classic on phalanx that I even had trouble with that just now. You know what? This wasn't great, but I'd take that in an actual run, you know? Well, just wondering what the lineup here is like. I can just do that, right? I'm not sure. I see. That makes sense. But yeah, that wasn't too bad. It wasn't perfect, but it would still be way faster than my PB attempt would ever be, so... You know what is great about this? This goes back to basics. Like, lineup, apart from all that lineup and the cool stuff that can happen, it's just a fast way to do phalanx in a very normal way. So it actually allows you a lot more leeway on the execution, which is just a blessing. Because I would fail so many runs due to phalanx, and this just makes it very straightforward. So not only is it faster, it's also easier to do. Yeah, but the way you do it makes a lot of sense, actually. It's very good. Ah, that last arrow is horrible. I hate it. Let's see what happens if I mess it up like that. Nothing much, it's just a normal attempt. Like, the worst case is just a fast, normal phalanx, you know? Which is something I appreciate. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how much I have to aim ahead of it. But like, this was the worst case pretty much, and this was still probably 30 seconds faster than what my PB was. Which is the worst case you could get otherwise, you know? It just limits the amount of stupid things you do. You don't have to switch to classic on here anymore, you just do it before Zenobia. Well, it's a bit trickier to do when you come off a PB attempt-ish direction. But I guess I could try that. Oh, let's say I come in from here and just do it this way. Kind of like that, right? I think I'm always switching to hand because I'm used to classic controls on phalanx. I'm not used to controls, I'm just used to phalanx being that way. It's kind of funny. Well, yeah, okay, that's fine. I just need to learn to hit that one, and I'm good. Do you aim far ahead of it, or like... Because I remember the old frequency was an absolute mess. You had to aim like halfway up the body or something. I won't even worry about turning aggro, honestly, because once you hit all the arrows, you're good to go no matter what, right? But I guess you could. I'd rather be fine on the arrows, though, for the most part. Yeah, the setup you found is great. It works very well. Yep. As long as I go full speed after, this is always fine, right? Like, you know, this isn't like the perfect way to do it, but this is good enough if I jumped there. Like, I'm content with this. It might just be as fast as, like, the old way, but in the best case scenario. I don't even mind that it's as flashy. Yeah, I think today I'll actually go ahead and do attempts. The world record is so wide open now, it's ridiculous. But I wanna at least get a run with a good pace early on. Oh wait, you have to do this. Yeah, just aim a little bit ahead, but not so much ahead that it becomes an issue. Then just go full speed here. And that way you align with this one. Okay. Honestly, jumping to that other part of the wing is probably easier. Yeah, you gotta be tilted in a slightly weird way, but it works. Yep. The jump is like a weird one. I wonder if just going for the right wing every time... Well, that can fail, but it would make it a bit easier to pull off. It's just a comfy strat for comfy runs for it. Yeah, you have to aim ahead here, otherwise it's not gonna work. Missing an arrow be like, yeah. Yeah, I'm just like I'm not sure where to aim at. $34 is old IL, right? Or was that 40? I don't remember. What was old IL? Way of doing it. Okay, so this was basically 8 seconds slower than what a perfect IL would look like. That's insane. I lost 8 seconds only after missing an arrow. That's disgusting. That wasn't a clean exit, but it should still be fine. Okay, aim farther right than you'd expect, I guess, is the way to go here. This was good. Not perfect, but good. Doing 2 full steps would probably be a bit too risky. Yeah, I'm not doing the freaking thing here. They're both just as fast, right or left, right? This is fantastic. And it makes a lot of sense, because Frequency was like talking a lot about a slowdown on a rock and the direction and all that. The funny thing is none of that matters, because it's literally all in the speed that aggro goes. So of course you can go from the front and take a similar approach to the velocity of aggro, and it just works just the same. A little slowdown somewhere could help, but... The important part is to do full, like, arrows, and then it works. Okay, that works. So you gotta be quick enough for... Okay, got it. Okay, I just gotta make sure I do this correctly on this part of the thing. But that was because aggro was like mispositioned. I guess that I have to take great attention. Like, make sure I pay attention to it. I played Eco in The Last Guardian, yes. I even did them all in a row in a trifecta run. And I will be part of a marathon that will feature all of the games soon, which will be very cool. In the direction of the big rock. Okay, let me try that. Hit on the thing, hit on the thing, hit to the right of the thing. Landed right in between of those. That works. I'm still confused about where exactly I'm supposed to be. And that was a backwards jump for some reason. But, yeah. I'd be more careful in an actual run, I guess. Let's pretend that's true. So even more to the left, actually, than the rock. the big one. I mean, I pretty much got it to a point where I can do it in runs. That was very easy. It's way easier than the old frequency for sure. That one had a higher risk of failing. Big time. Especially since you found a very good setup on how to do it. Okay, that was too far right, wasn't it? That's awkward if that happens. Too low. So the general positioning was okay still. This is great. I love that this happened. It will actually make my consistency a lot better as well. Still too low, yeah, I know what you mean. The backup if you miss that last one is horrible. I honestly still, like, even though the boss rush is a more pure form of, like, actually showing off your skill, I like any percent a lot more. Just because you need more knowledge and proficiency to actually pull off a good run. It is an actual challenge. Not that boss rush, especially with the level of optimization, isn't a challenge, but you know, it feels smoother and nicer. It feels like an actual success when you do a proper any percent run. Like, it feels more brute force on boss rushes. Like, you don't need to have the consistency as much. Which isn't quite true because, of course, once you get to a certain point, you need a lot more consistency even because you do harder strats. But even that isn't that true anymore. So basically the only thing I'm failing so far is the positioning on there. Which is fine. Can you do it on the other side? Now I wonder. Okay, no. You know what? That's good. I think I'm good to go. I don't feel like practicing more, at least. Yeah, I see. I'll probably just skip it regardless because I don't want the run to fail due to trying to save a couple seconds for no reason. Well, eventually I'll get more confident with the strat and then I can do more about it, but you know. No need to go all out. Okay. Let's do a few more things. I wanna warm up my hands because that's still a big problem. So I'll try to do a couple Cenobias. That's the best way to warm up. So basically we'll do the menu to switch to classic and 30 FPS at Zenobia. I wonder when to do that menu because I don't want to write all of it through 30 FPS. But that might be the easier way to do to not forget. Just think of it, I guess. Just be confident. Okay. My hands don't feel as cold even though they are still cold. But I can mash, which is good. That's weird, like they are about as cold as they were the last few times, but mashing is a lot easier. Doesn't make much sense, but sure. Okay, this will be a close call. No, I won't be fast enough. But let's try anyway. This is probably like a 40 flat. 2 seconds off, but let's try anyway. Oh, that's not too bad actually. Let's hit him. Oh my god. This is very fast. 46, that's as good as it gets considering the initial pace. This is actually probably world record pace if the stabbing goes well. This would have been a 44 with a 38 cutscene. This was very good. Come on. This can still very much go wrong because the positioning is weird. It can meme stab. Yep. Fucking hell. I knew it. I knew it. You know, I just knew it. Well, I mean, that's quite a way to start warming up, huh? This would have probably beaten you by like 2 seconds or so. That's actually crazy. This was so perfect. Like, Zenobia just did the thing that you want him to do. This was like Udawara pace, if you adjust for, you know what I mean, right? If you adjust for the late cutscene. Another 40. I'm on a roll. Like, that's what he usually does. He just runs to fuck all land. This will probably not be fast enough just because the last one is a double. Yeah, sure. But I'm getting the super jump. I'm on point right now with these. Almost got the record even. How nice would it be to hold an Iowa record again for a day or so, right? Before you take it back a couple hours later. Better make sure it's good that time, huh? But that was surprising. I wasn't even ready to go there. Oh, yours was still very fast, okay. But how was I like? It felt like my pace was way better than it actually was then. It would have been close. Or what was it? Mine was like a low 46, right? With a 40 point something tower. With a... yeah. I thought it was very fast. But that means your PB is still very good. Can you look up what Udavara's like second thing was, time-wise? His like, you know what I mean, his plateau cutscene. Okay. Never mind then. I thought it was way better than it was. Or I actually underestimated your PB in that case, rather. Oh yeah, but you know. Not sure how the stats would have worked out. I didn't like them there. Yeah. Because that positioning was very awkward, that's why I usually don't go for the jump step. It's like very inconsistent, but you gotta go for it on the actual pace. Usually it's better to just try and reposition there. But it's slower. I've had to find out the hard way. You know what? This is very good consistency for an any percent. I'd take that on an any percent any day. But considering that, like, positioning of Zenobia and all that, that felt so clean. That's what I was trying to go for. At some point I experimented with going 260% steps and a jump step, but honestly it didn't even feel much faster. It's probably like, the tap is still very fast. Ideally you'd want to slash that if you could, but try to pull that off in a critical run. Tap is probably good enough. Like, the difference between a tap and a jump step is barely anything. Especially on Zenobia, because you can't, like, quick jump step, really. Well, the problem with repositioning is that sometimes you just shake. But it probably is, yeah. Because it feels like you're cycle stabbing. I guess if you see that it isn't planned, you could go all out, do a 60% stab, and then cycle step into another 60% stab, and then go for the jump stab right at the end. Okay, let me do a couple Arguses. And then I'll go for runs. I think so, yeah. For what I am trying to do anyway. Like, I don't care if I lose a couple seconds, I just care that I have a safe strategy that will always be faster than whatever my PD is right now. And it will. I'll probably still do a couple just for that third arrow placement. Okay, could I save that? I probably could. Easily, actually. That's actually still faster than the... Oh, I'm doing hard mode right now. Okay, well, that was good enough. Not too worried. Anything else I want to practice? Dirge, I'll be fine. Phaedra, actually. Though ideally I'd do the Phaedra on the other thing, but that's okay. Oh, come on, that felt good. Oh, thank you. Thank you, that's a good one. Almost forgot that I had trouble with that. I never practice it, but I really, really should. What's PDO strat? Oh, you mean the extra damage on the... Yeah, for sure. But that was just for the... getting the feel for the launch, if anything. Yep, I would. You know what's crazy? With the dirge improvements and the phalanx alone, I have like a minute of leeway. I could be a minute behind and still record, probably. Apart from Gaius, yeah, but at this point, you know, we're all like... At this point, like, even though I could do the old IL, and I still do if I have to do an extra arrow or two, doing it the harder way is easier because of the muscle memory. It's stupid. I hate it. This was what should have happened. You don't have to be like that crazy about the positioning on the jump. You can do it fairly early and still be fine if you just do the grab precisely. What? Are you okay? Yeah, I think for some reason I started doing like charge stab on the second one, and it's just not necessary because it will make you fail a lot more for no reason. Doing a slow stab still works well. I really don't want to start aiming for the shoulder, but it would be the smarter thing to do. I still won't. I'm a boomer in that regard. I just hate aiming for the shoulder. Even though I do it on PS3. But there it's easier because you're on classic controls and the L1 lines up perfectly with that. My goodness. Why? Why am I having trouble with this? It's silly. Well, I guess having trouble with it is the wrong word. I'm just slightly rusty, but it doesn't feel hard. Just gotta be a bit more precise on a couple small things, and then I'd be fine. I don't want to. Oh my god. Is there anything on the face that doesn't eat the arrows? Wow, I still understabbed. Okay, I'm probably too scared to do too much damage here. Fine. Shoulder. Is there anything on the shoulder? Fine. No, it's not. Okay, fuck the shoulder. Never mind. I hate the shoulder strat. It would be good to know what causes that, to see if there's a way around it with the usual arrows. I'll be fine. Come on, I'll be fine. If I don't overthink it, it's easy. The positioning on that was so sus. Oh, come on, just do a stab, you sick fuck. Ah, this could have been good. Okay. Thank God you don't have to do that first part at any percent. It's not too bad, but then it fails, it hurts. Oh, to be fair, the arrows are harder on the other end. Oh, is that even enough damage? No, it's not somehow. Yeah, I've gotten a lot better at this somehow, even though I haven't been practicing, but it's weird. After I came back from playing Pokemon, and I haven't practiced this at all, some mental block was gone, I feel like. It feels a lot more natural right now for no reason. It was probably some mental block because I was failing it so much in my boss rush attempts. But now it just feels comfy enough. I'm still failing it a lot, to be fair. And I think I was better at it. Well, I think I didn't get the arrow. Well, let's do a practice anyway. Could I recover that? No. I need to make sure to move the camera there. To the right. It's very awkward to do, but it's necessary. Yeah, I think that's the thing about it. Technically, the HTA guys is pretty free right now, but getting a good head section is very difficult. Like, PDO's head section was fine, it wasn't anything crazy, but you just can't, like, expect a perfect one. Because of the movement, you kind of have to get a plant, which is kind of weird. But you could probably get a couple cycle steps before that, at least. I'm always missing that last arrow now. Yep, I think so too. The first two are fine because of the way the body of Gaius behaves, but the last one has to be lower. I can't believe that still worked. Yeah, but I wasn't able to replicate the way you aim it, to be fair. Ah, fuck. Sure. Let's see if I did everything else correct at least. Yeah, looks like it, right? It's fine. Nothing else? Nope, I think that's fine. And for the stream experience, I'll get rid of sound glitch. Actually, let me also... Where's my watch, actually? That's a good question. I'll be right back. Okay, seriously though, there is my watch. Oh good, it was where it was supposed to be, I guess. I will actually reset because I got very excited about this. Oh, thank you for that picture, JK, on the Pelagia. I'll be honest, I wasn't quite sure anymore how much of a 90% it was. Okay, you actually aim a lot closer to the sax as well. Interesting. Perfect, that's nice. I still haven't gotten around to do anything with commands. Hopefully I'll think of it next time. I'm not even sure what kind of commands I want to put in, because of how talented is very wacky flavored, let's put it that way, and I'm not sure if I want that. Which Colossus to go to commands were kind of funny. I'll add them for sure. If anyone has suggestions, you know, I'm open for suggestions. Alrighty, let's start the recording. Let's see if that works. That works. My goal isn't the cleanest run, but I at least want the first 5 to go fine, and then I'll probably just go for a no reset unless it's like horribly gone. With the idea that even if I lose a minute, I can make that up with the later strats, so we'll see. And also clean early game. Like, if I'm within 20 seconds, that's probably still fine, you know. I won't reset over like a slow Gaius or whatever. But I'll probably reset if whatever happens with Phaedra yesterday happens again. Though 30 seconds of time loss considering was actually very, very good recovery. Well, it was 40, but I was a bit ahead, I guess. And knowing how much time I can make up with simple yet well executed Colossi in between, that would be very helpful. Yeah, this like with 28 equivalent, I guess that's fine. Not looking for perfection in any case. Oh, all right. Nice. So yeah, basically what I've been saying is this will be a semi-attempt at record. I won't reset too harshly, but I will still reset if the run is dead. I don't want to go all out, because, you know, even if I beat it by a little bit after a bad start, that's fine. The 55 and all that will require more prep anyway, and more dedicated practice. I hope to get at least one solid run past Hydras today, this would make me happy. And I think I can do it. Everything has been fairly consistent, like. There's nothing too horrible. Okay, that is fine actually. It isn't the perfect way, but it is good enough. I'll take that. Instant world record. Could be. I mean, honestly, I think it's fairly likely if I get on good pace past Hydras. It's very likely to happen. Just because of how, like, the phalanx works into that. Like, if I keep a clean enough run, nothing too special, and then get a decent frequency phalanx, you know. Yeah, exactly. A lot of them. Because I just simply wasn't good at the old strat. Like, I think the biggest obstacles today will be Phaedra and Bassaran. And then not sure if I should say Zenobia, but I have the tendency to get bad Zenobias when I'm on good paces. We'll see. Bastard not for the fact that I can't launch, but for the fact that well, my last one was very, very good, to be fair. We'll see. Avion I've been decent at, funnily enough. I've learned that on wing down, if you delay and then don't press anything, it just works. So I've been more consistent on Avion. And on Malice I won't take unnecessary risks. Unless it's very close. We'll see. In theory, if I get a good pace there, I shouldn't need it. Yep. It's kinda interesting. Like, your run overall was... how should I put it? It was comparable to mine. And then you just went ahead very far on Phalanx and messed up some of that lead on Argus. PTO had very, very good splits, but also very, very bad splits. And mine was like the most average one with a bad Phalanx, but a good ending. So, like, if we combined those 3 runs, it would be like a perfect run, I feel like. Or close to, anyway. That was slow, for no reason, but that's fine. Okay, let me do 2 extra arrows just to be safe. I didn't trust that one. Okay, that's fine, actually. Wow, that recovery was sick, not gonna lie. Oh, fuck off. Okay. I was still too slow, even on that recovery. Now it's terrible. I might have to reset, actually. Yeah, fuck that. I don't need a perfect guys, but one that is serviceable. And this was unfortunate because I felt like I guess the recovery was just a little bit too slow. Because I couldn't grab properly. Yeah, the one from Guys is very weird, though. Because it's like you don't deal any extra damage, but you can still barely let that first one live somehow. You don't have any weak points or anything. Is that only like a thing on Gaius? I wonder. Okay. Not resetting all of that. Wow. This was OG. All of a sudden. I don't have to take this. Hopefully this won't be another one of those where I'm super confident and hyped to do late game strats and all of a sudden I can't get a run past Gaius. I would hate that. But that's how it usually goes, isn't it? Once you try to force it, it never happens. Okay, world record pace, let's go. It's actually very simple, you just gotta do 16 fights and all of them have to be good. Wait, PDOs is a 821? Only like 3 seconds better than mine? Because he has mentioned his wasn't terrible. But I mean, the difference is also way less crazy than I thought. That's like 12. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, my best segment isn't that good. Yeah, I gotta take a look at how you do your malice exactly. There's gotta be a few things I gotta optimize, specifically the vine climbing and a few smaller things. Even though that one will also change eventually once people start using my malice route. And it will happen. Oh, to be fair, I should be able to be ahead by that much. Like, if I get, like, let's say an average start, and then save that time on Phalanx, I'm probably still on par with you. And then I can save the time on Argus, right? So I need like 25 seconds on my own run. It's not too crazy. Especially if I have a slightly above average mid-game, I will probably be like 30 seconds ahead without the Phalanx even. I've had those kind of paces before that died to stupid stuff. But, yeah. I wonder what my average Malice split is. Oh, regardless. A secondary goal would be to get a sub 120. And that would be enough. And I mean, if you look at the run yesterday, I was able to make up time throughout most of the splits when I was playing decently well. That was a nice jump there. That was a very solid jump. Woo! Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay, sure. Okay, 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 this is fine. I can make it happen. Ooh! Oh! Help. Controlled chaos, you call that. Where am I? Okay, I'm good. Oh no, 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 no. That's not what I wanted to happen. Please be us. Freaking, okay, this is a plant. Please be enough stabs. Okay, this looks good. Woo! Yeah, it would be. That was clutch, yeah. That was some, how would you call it? That was some crisis management there. But this was a very, very good guy. Yes, it might be gold, actually. Very clear gold, even. The dodge, and then the fact I had to make up my way up the sword even though I messed up the initial setup there. Now please be a good Phaedra for once. Though I think with that pace I could even get a backup Phaedra that's fast enough for record, funnily enough, but hopefully I won't need to. That is a very good start. I'm only like 5 seconds behind my sum of best right now. Now give me a launch, and then a good avion, and then an uneventful run to phalanx. And then the good new phalanx with the new strat. Clutch the end, and that should be record by like 2 minutes, right? That's how it works. Yeah, it does, isn't it? I will probably still do a new reset today in any case once I give up on going hard. If this run ends up being good enough, I might finish it even if it has like something bad happen. Okay, I don't trust it. Okay. That was clutch. I think if I went for the side movement strat there, it wouldn't have worked. Oh, why are you doing this, Phaedra? That's fine, I guess. If you get a freaking hold of yourself, man. Sure. Okay, I shouldn't have gone for the freaking jump stab. That's fine. Okay, it's okay. This will lose some time, but this is, considering the gold split before that, still very decent start. Might still be green. I'm not sure why Phaedra's animation was like that either. That was awkward, but whatever. You know what? Whatever. That's alright. If this is the only time loss of the run, it's good. My god, come on. I don't want this time loss to happen every goddamn time on this stupid rock. I hate it so much. It's okay. Honestly, getting a subpar run rather than whatever would have happened if I stayed on pace with that gold guy is probably better for my psychological, you know, just so I can be more chill about the run, knowing it's not like the best run ever. No, it might still be the best run ever, but it might be not like, you know, literal 54x pace or 53x pace or whatever we want to go for. According to PTO, apparently 52x, but I don't trust that, honestly. 53x I could see happen with current strats. Wing up, Avion. Something I haven't seen in a couple runs. Still fine. Might still lose a couple seconds because of that rock incident there, but otherwise this was clean. Hopefully I get a bit lucky. No, never mind. He fell off immediately. Yep. Six seconds due to rock. That's okay. No aggro, why? You fucking hell, man. The grass strikes back. Those are the real-time losses in this category. Rocks and grass patches. Alright. Let's see how much the forest cost me, if at all. Because other than that, this was a fairly decent barber. Probably not too bad. Gained a bit on my end, lost a bit on JK's end, that's okay. This is the pace corridor that I wanna kinda keep. If it's plus minus, well, if it's at most plus 10 seconds. Anything better is of course better, but that's fine. This is where I can make up some time later. Yeah, I think for practice sake, if I get past Hydras right now, I should honestly just finish this run. No matter what. Maybe that'll calm me down if I think it's a no reset run, right? Gotta employ all the freaking psychological things to keep myself sane. But whenever I get to Hydrus, and then especially when I get past Hydrus on pace, I get a little bit nervous, which is normal, I guess. It used to be worse. It used to be way worse, so I can't really complain too much there. Got to avoid the jump here. There's a slowdown here, I'm never sure where it is. I'll try to stay in the middle to try and avoid it. I think that did work. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looking good so far. I love that Hydrus is so much nicer than it used to be. Best decision ever to just try and make a new setup. Best decision ever. Let me get some water. This will be a long one. Yes, even the water from this brewery is in beer bottles, don't question it. Remember when this was a wall and now it's nearly as much of a consistency as on ILs, yeah? I mean, to be fair, it's easier than ever to get a world record in this category right now. Probably not whenever, but you know what I mean. Sure, it's a gold split. I don't know why. I think that I avoided the slowdown and tried to be a bit more cautious with routing, exactly. The pathing, rather. And it was a clean Hydrus, so that will work. Back ahead and watch PDO appear out of the shadows and say, "Your Kuro split is bad," and then leave. I appreciate him for that. He always reminds me how I should work on my Kuro split. You and I, JK, as both, I think. What a lovely day. to get a good run in this game, huh? What a lovely day. Nothing too fancy, you know. Just your regular or old Shadow of a Colossus experience right here. That's not what I wanted to do, man. Let's do a quick one. And try to navigate this with a proper care. Now, let me... Well, that wasn't quite what I was aiming for, but that'll work, I think. Yep. Now I just gotta reposition, do this one. Okay, this wasn't too bad. Videos will say this is still terrible, but this wasn't too bad. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, yes. Still don't know how to do this side jump properly, but I think this is fine. That's fine. Fuck. Fuck. Yeah. It will always be trash. Always was. The actual fight ruined it. It's unfortunate. This would have been pretty neat otherwise. I still saved time on yours though. I'll take that. And also, now even with my other pace. Now Bassaran will be yeah. Yeah. It's always like, you know, you underestimate the average splits that went decently well, but there's usually like a couple ones where you can gain like 5 to 10 seconds, and if you do that on each one, it still adds up. Oh, for sure. Like, that wasn't a pretty split, considering I only saved a second. PD always says I can save 20 there, and he's probably right. I had a couple mishaps with aggro as well. I gotta take a look at how he does it and practice it. There's no way around it. If we're being honest here. There's no actual way around it. Okay, sure, whatever you say, aggro. We'll go this way, whatever you prefer. Now if I can get a Bassaran like yesterday, now that would be something. That would be beautiful. Keep going faster. Nope. Okay, that is a save, if I've ever seen one. Let me do 3 and I can guarantee the plant. Okay, I'm staying on here. And I think if I re-grab here, it should just be guaranteed. Oh, come on, just do it, man. I'll take this. This was a good backup there. Usually when you land at the front of it, if you do the direction input and do a modern jump stab, it still works. Still losing to my PB, but not too much. I'll take this. Considering I didn't hit the jump stab, this is good. If a jump stab at the end there hit, it would have been even better. Sounds good. I just wonder if, like, any of the subsplits mess with any kind of setup, but I'm not sure. I don't think so. You can probably just hit it right before you hit the cutscene. It's a good thing to do, because then you can analyze it more deeply. My god, just go faster. What's wrong with you here? Oh god. Aggro just refuses to go. Hopefully this is the correct direction here. I'm actually a bit confused here, but it should be fine. Oh yeah. That's fair. So I might have actually lost like 5 to 10 seconds there simply by pathing because aggro was being slow there. But in the grand scheme of things it shouldn't matter too much overall. For sure. I think it's a great idea. I saw, what's he called, Nazareno or something? The Italian guy that ran PS2 and PS3 version and PS2 Eco. I saw him do it and it made a lot of sense to me. And that way you could also isolate all the fight splits and then get a representative IGT that way. RTA, like... Nah, actually no, that wouldn't work, never mind. Okay, hopefully this new way of doing things will work here. But I am confident. Hopefully this wasn't too fast actually with camera there. That works. I'll take it. Sure. Look at him dodge the wall. What an asshat. Yeah, exactly. There's been like worse dirges, so I shouldn't be complaining. Did the jump step just out of spite. Yeah, considering the overworld part was slow and the fight was definitely losing time here. But still within reason. Like I said, as long as it stays up to +10, I'm good. Best possible time is a minute PB, so, you know. And that probably doesn't include the potential that Phalanx shows. And the new setup is definitely way better because I only lost 2 seconds considering all those bad parts of it. I gotta practice Sturge on the overworld a bit just to get an idea on how hard I can go into that turn and how it affects the overall like Dirge II to get the equivalent of like at least a 20-second wall stun. Has anyone ever tested if going through the other side for Seleucia and for Argus is faster? Like through the Pelagia bridge? Have you ever tested that properly? Oh, so you went a little later, after all. You can probably delay it a bit, but you don't have to, which is a good thing. So you can basically go a little bit earlier. I also like jumping off aggro here at this point. Just because of the way it lines up, you can still do it very safely by just ramming into like the cliff side there. It slows you down, funnily enough. This felt super clean. When it goes right, it is easier. Well, how shall we put it? Now it's Pelagia, Phalanx, Zenobia, Argus. It's like the gauntlet right at the end. You know, it's like the horsemen of the apocalypse. You know? Because those are always the most evil when you're in good paces. And unlike no research runs, they don't do anything. Due to added nerfs, I guess. Funnily enough, if I do an average execution on all of them, I record by like 30 seconds or something. Yeah, it shows you like weak points, and also shows you weak points of your like pathing if you compare it to other runners. Because I'm actually wondering now, it's probably both, but where my time loss is harder on Kuro, if it's the fight or if it's the pathing, and I assume it's probably the pathing. Those rocks all look Colossus. Got a low rock boost though. At least I got the jump correctly this time. Excuse me, sir. He just got like stuck on a freaking rock. I might have understepped here. Fuck my life. No, I'm fine. Oh! Ooh, I was so convinced I'm toast there. Oh! This was like on the lower end, man. This was on the lower end of the HP bar there. Oh! Fuck me. It was a slow stab. It wasn't a fast stab. It was a slow stab this time. Yes, it was. I let go. Okay, moment of truth. Help. I'm panicking just slightly. The worst part is if the phalanx goes right, I have the other three, which are the worst horsemen of the apocalypse. None of them are horses, but all of them are horrible. Could you imagine Argus riding on a Phaedra? I'm not sure how... Well, anyway. That was a random thought. Just trying to chill here. Okay, navigating the forest. Well, I didn't know that. Maybe I held it for a little bit. I also want to make sure that he's actually charging it. I mean, it went fine, so... No, just like in the simulations, right? The moment of truth. Funnily enough, no matter what happens, I will save a lot of time compared to my own run. I think, unless it goes horribly wrong, of course, but let's not hope for that. I missed the first arrow. I missed the second one as well. But I hit the third one. Help. Why am I like this? Well, let's see how it compares to a good left turn, right? If you mess it up, because this was as bad as it gets with the new strat. This was due to pure nervousness. I hate it. Yeah, but I hit the hardest one. I hate it. There's also something to consider, the fact that I'm not switching weapons, switching controls. So that will make a difference on the RTA, which isn't real. Yeah, because my positioning was also off. But this is not over yet, funnily enough. It just won't be a pretty run, but I can still make it happen. Yeah, exactly. Well, to be fair, my PB run was terrible, so it's not quite the same. But it didn't lose time compared to, like, a right turn, I don't think. Like, I lost, what, 17 seconds to you? And you got a left turn? If I got a right turn, I would have lost more, probably, most of the time. So yeah, this is just about the average pace on a right turn. And that was worst case scenario. Nah, it sucks that I messed it up, but I'm not even mad because... well, if I didn't hit the third arrow, I would have been more mad, but missing the first arrow is just, yeah, well, it happens, I guess. I gotta practice it more. But it's not over. This is definitely not over yet. So, for world record, what would I need? Just hypotheticals here. For world record, how much more time would I need? It would have to be perfect pretty much, actually, now that I'm looking at it. I have to go all out, it doesn't really matter. So I will. If I get an IL worthy Argus setup, I will go for it. I need like 25 seconds, so like just above 10 more. But my end was solid. I can get that time on Malice. Okay, you know what might happen, JK? It might be that I might have to do the new Malice and clutch it out. Yeah. But, yeah. Your Malice was very good though, so, you know. I mean, I will do it. If it worst comes to worst. Probably, yeah. But I can't really know until I see it, right? It's been a while since I've been on modern controls on this part. I will switch after the cutscene probably. I can't do it in the cutscene directly. There I can only switch the display. Why would you do such a thing? Wow. Every second matters now. That's good. Enough for any percent. Where am I? Yep. That's what I thought. That sucks. That sucks so much. Oh. Okay. Wonky Zenobia, I don't like it. Okay. I yell Argus and I yell Malice. Like, well, new pathing Malice rather. I can't world record without it. Unless I get a very, very good Malice split, but it's doubtful. Let's go in clutch and get the record by a second. Wouldn't that be funny? There's nothing to lose. Yeah, well, your late game besides Argus was very good actually. It's rough. The Malice was very good, the Zenobia was very good, in fact. And the Phalanx as well for the strat, considering. Well, I wouldn't say that because I need 25 seconds of time save. on my run with the way the RTA and IGT worked. Somehow yours was faster RTA wise compared to your IGT, so maybe there is a chance if I gold split both. And I will go for the new Malice route. Well, yeah, I need 2 golds. This Argus has to be IL, the Malice has to be gold. On a good day I could do it, let's put it that way. Oh, why would you jump here? I need every second, man. It actually matters how I enter this, like, opening there. If it goes well, I'm actually... Yup, that's what I considered going well. That was very clean. Let's get going. But yeah, imagine what would have happened if I didn't lose time on phalanx there. Yep. On the way you go to Malice, do you jump up at the vine section to the extra platform, or do you just jump and climb immediately? And where do you do it? Do you run to that step and then you just jump up and climb? Or do you jump... Well, once you get to the vines, there's like a step right at the end. Do you climb up the step and jump from there to the vines, or do you just jump up the vines immediately? This is something I wanted to look up for optimization, but never bothered, unfortunately. Right now I could use any second. Okay, I can't do the IO here. It has to be Malice, all or nothing. Unfortunate. Oh, fucking hell! Not right now! Really? You give me that one now. Fucking hell. Okay. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean before you climb up the vines. Like when you're at the lower level, where do you start climbing up the vines? From the lower elevation or from the high elevation all the way to the right? Okay. Like straight, or do you run towards the middle and then? Okay, this has to be the most beautiful Malice ever. I don't believe in it fully, but I have a strat to make it happen in theory. Close to the end. Okay, makes sense. Let me gold the shit out of that Malice. This was a good effort though, for a first run that got past the early game. And like, considering the phalanx went very poorly, this was too close of a shot, honestly. By the way, wouldn't it be fucking crazy if the strat I found before I started all of this will clutch me a record by like a second? It's unlikely, but not impossible, you know? Because I'm definitely going for it. Might as well. I've done crazier things, and I have 6 seconds extra from my new strat. What I've noticed is I never really pay close attention to my pathing in between. I should definitely change that and be more aware of how I'm pathing aggro. Because it matters. Well, especially because of the RTA-IGT discrepancy, then it could be anything. It's unfortunate that the Argus went so poorly. With a decent Argus, this could have still been it. Without anything miraculous happening. Okay, I think that was a clean one for the start. Gotta stop accelerating right at the cusp here and cut that corner. Okay. I know! Shut up! I am never sure if I want to take this slowly or fast, because if I take it too fast it doesn't work, usually. I know that your climbing is way better. That's honestly probably a lot of it. Yeah, I saw it. I saw your runs. Unfortunately, I got a focus here because I got a clutch out with best malice split ever, and I might still have a slight shot at record. So, yeah, anyway. So I can't respond in a more in-depth way. Oh my god. Okay, well, I gotta risk it, right? Fuck you! No! Fuck you! Ah! I'm suffering so hard. This happened to me so many times. And now I get the hard part. Really? Fuck! Now I got the hard part. Why do I get the hard part when I mess up the easy part? Ugh. Jeez, this is so annoying and unfortunate. Well, let's finish it. It's a good effort. Let's put it that way. Sure. Whatever you say. Lost time all over the place. I tried. Probably not even beating my own split. Funnily enough, I'm still beating my own split, which is ridiculous. Yeah, well, I think I also didn't hold the jump long enough. That is my suspicion there. But isn't it crazy that I still saved time despite the stumble and all that stupid stuff? If I get a gold split Dorman, I am still PBing RTA. Well, I guess this deserves a fiery breath. Just one. This was a first attempt at it, and it got very close. So, you know, I can't be too, like, mad at myself. This was unfortunate, with a stumble as well, you know. Well, it's RTA-wise PB. I don't know. I don't know what to think of this. If this PBs by a couple seconds IGT, I'm not even submitting it. But good effort. This happened within a couple runs, and this was a very bad phalanx. So overall, I should still be proud. That's fair. But you at least gained a placement or anything. And mine will be on YouTube actually, because this is live streamed to YouTube as well, so there's that. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Great run for a marathon. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Most definitely, yes. If I got this in a marathon, I would be very happy with my performance. And I mean, besides, how many times did I reset? Like twice? So like, yeah, fair enough. I'm not sure if I got enough power in me to do another one. I kind of wanna. Well, RTA wise, it's at a 1:19:58. The run I'm comparing on the right side is by JK, and he's second place by a second. I use his because his like loading times are closer to me because he uses the same console. So basically, if I would have beaten the time on the right, this would have almost guaranteed me a world record. But we do it by IGT, so in-game time is a bit of a slippery slope at times. So for all I know, this could be a PB or not, and I don't know by how much. The world record IGT wise is a 57:25, and my PB is a 57:50. So for me to pretty much guarantee a record, I would have needed like 30 seconds of time save. And if I would have gotten the perfect malice split with the new little strategy I put in, this could have been it by like a second or so. Probably not then even, but it was worth a try. Unfortunately, the Argus didn't go well. If the Argus went perfectly, this would have had a chance for sure. So basically I'm like 20 to 30 seconds off still. But that's including a new strat on Phalanx that I failed miserably here and still saved time on. Yeah, I mean, this run started out beautifully with the Gaius, then that Phaedra lost quite a bit of time. The Avion was fine, the Barber was fine, the Hydrus was very good actually. Kuro could have been better. Basran lost a little bit, but I can't really... Yeah, my PB Basran was very good. It's rare that I beat it, so this was still good. Dirge could have been better, for sure. Celosia was good, Pelagia was good. It's literally just the Phalanx. I could have saved like 30 more seconds there. Which would have been enough still, even with that ending. The Zenobia was also bad, but like... Basically after that Phalanx I would have needed a perfect end. Like Argus Malice. For it to still record. And Zenobia. If I would have gotten the better Phalanx that I'm usually hoping for, this would have almost guaranteed a record. I gotta basically practice it a bit more and then try again until I'll get it soon enough. But this is the best run that I've gotten since derusting. And it might actually be the best run I've ever gotten, so can't really complain there, am I right? Yeah. I think it might actually lose out on IGT just because I didn't do the extra, like, control switch for phalanx, which would have made a difference there, RTA wise. I might have even tied it. I mean, yeah, solid for sure. A bit wonky around the edges. Especially when going for world record with phalanx was just not good enough. I mean, you can see here, basically I was tied with JK pretty much. Even ahead after Bassaran, but Dirge went poorly. I was basically tied on Pelagia. And then the Phalanx and Zenobia just lost a lot of time into Malice. But it's like, what would have it been? What time would have gotten if the Malice? Well, thanks. It's not record, I don't think. So, unfortunately, the new Phalanx strat went poorly. I didn't hit the arrows, and it still saved a bunch of time. So, I mean, nowadays the toss-up. Like, I'm fairly confident with pretty much all of them, but mostly the later ones, just because that's when the pressure is on. If I had to put my finger on it, I don't even know. It used to be Phalanx because the setup, the old one, was very difficult. Now it's not anymore. This was just a mishap of mine, but Phalanx isn't that bad. I guess just keeping the nerves throughout Phalanx to Malice is the difficult part of it, not even the Colossi themselves. Argus is pretty brutal in the sense that if you mess up a little bit, it can cost the whole run. Same with Zenobia. Hey there. I don't know. I would have hoped for a better time considering the new strategies, because I have a potential to save like 40 seconds on that Phalanx split. And if I did, this would have been world record. So, like, you know. But at the same time, I can record by way more than that. You won't always get the best results. That's just the nature of it. If the Phaedra wasn't bad. If the Dirge wasn't bad. If the... yeah, the usual, right? But it's RTA people, yeah, I don't know. Definitely warmed up for the really longathon that's going to happen on 10th of December. This will be a very cool event where Sable, Hayauki and I will show all the 3 games in a row with the attempt of we're trying to beat the old relay record. And I think we have all the necessary building blocks for it. Like, the only better combo would probably be Walter instead of Sable, but Walter isn't playing anymore. And Sable has been very consistent, so... yeah, let's not go into rest mode. I'd rather not. I think I'll try again after this IGT is revealed. The only hope I have right now, like, it's a long shot, but I've tried my best to use the maximum amount of TIGT time save in this run. The Hydra specifically was a very, very long cutscene exposure there. But yeah, no. I don't think it's anywhere near enough. If anything, I might still not PB off of this. Actually, I'm gonna put out a prediction that this is going to tie my PB. I have a slight... The worst thing would be if I actually PB'd with this, so I hope it ties, because that would at least be funny. Or if it's like a second slower. If it would be substantially faster, it's just... it adds insult to injury. I'm not even sure if I want to run against these splits. Not gonna lie. Because it wasn't even PB at the Malice section. It was literally just the Dorman split. Though, to be fair, it would have a similar vibe. The guys would usually be behind and then Phaedra would be back ahead. I mean, the splits are barely different. That would be the funniest thing ever and the most unexpected one. But we've seen crazier things happen, right? The IGT can be very fucky and weird. Not in the sense that it's not consistent, but in the sense that it's difficult to predict with RTA. But if it's not IGT PB, I will actually not save these splits. Well, I want to save the gold though. Just not the split. Ah, it shouldn't matter. I can run against these, it's fine. It's basically the same. Okay, any predictions? I'm saying 57.50 on the nose. I'm saying this ties. Okay, I PB'd by 3 seconds. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I guess the dormant section is also a section. It's one of the sections, right? Yeah. Literally about RTA, yeah. I'm not submitting this one, but I'll do another run, or at least attempt to do another run. I'll be right back, I guess. How about with be right back screen? No, this is the wrong be right back screen. Starting soon is also wrong. Okay, fine, you'll get this screen. I don't care. Okay, so what does this mean? This means I need to practice the new phalanx a bit more. I'm not submitting this. There's no way I will not beat this soon. And as I always say, I need to clean this up as well, huh? Fine, save the splits. It's PB after all, huh? Imagine, first try. Well, okay. This would have been worse. I'll be fine. Okay. But I got the first part. Do you think just going through the port, the gate, like the arch, is better? Okay, no. I think that's what I was trying to do anyway, to line up in a way where it makes sense. The thing is, all of those would have still been enough, right? Let's try straight middle. That worked. Fine. Yeah, this would have been good enough. Oh, I'm on... Okay, got it. I'm on the New Game Plus save. Actually, how sick is that strat on New Game Plus, actually? Well, I can, I guess, try and steer a bit to the left. It shouldn't be too hard, I guess. If it is good to do, I can try and start doing that. Wow. That was good, but I didn't hit. Also, I improved my sum of best by 30 seconds since I started back up with this. This is actually crazy. Yeah, you want to be way more right. Because it's a far way it travels. I guess lining it up in a way where you can see the exit works. My god. This didn't work because I got very confused there. Well, the question is if I even wanna go all out right now. At least one more run attempt. But yeah, I remember when we were doing the old frequency, we were basically shooting nowhere near where the sack is. A little hook. I gotta take a look what you mean. I think I know what you mean. That was it, right? And then stay on the left of that. Okay, okay. I can't be too fast on this. I gotta take my time there to transfer to the Colossus. It's easy to underestimate. Yeah. Anyway. That's the actual worst case scenario, yes. The one that I got in my run was basically right turn pace, so... You know. In another world where we didn't use that strat, this could have been a very, very good run. It just fell short due to RNG, so I'd rather do it this way. Oh, fuck off. How did this not hit? Is it right above that hook? Let me take a look at the screenshots again. Okay, I see. Got it. Hey PDO, you missed quite a run. I think if I didn't mess up that malice though, if I actually would have gotten a crazy goat, this could have still been it. Like, how far off was that? That's crazy. But you really want to do like... that was too low, bitch. Funnily enough, in my PB I didn't hit the first two, but I hit the third one. You can't make this up. But to be fair, like, even with that phalanx, if the Dirge and Zenobia and Argus went well, this would have PB'd easily. This would have world record easily. This works. In New Game Plus, this strat is actually goated. But I mean, how much time would that actually save? Like 5 more seconds? The biggest advantage from like IL Phalanx anyway isn't even that you jump on it, but it's that you get like towards it so early. And this is already given here already, right? So it's like a difference of 5 seconds at most. That's just like, you know, if you really want to go all out, feel free, but I'll take that strat even without any of that fancy stuff. Okay. I think I'm getting a slightly better idea of what I'm supposed to be doing. And then stay left. Okay. Right now that was literally just a matter of I failed to understand the depth of it. Oh my god. But yeah, let's just take it more chill and be fine each time. Yeah, do you go even more left than me? Because the front is obviously better. Okay. I'll basically try to run past that rock then. Like aim left of the rock. Okay, aim left of the rock. As if this was old IL. Okay, this wasn't quite it. You hit the arrows faster, got it. Yeah, honestly. I don't want to do half-charge arrows, excuse me. That's disgusting. I've failed so many phalanxes due to half-charge. I'm not sure if I want to do that ever again. It's been such a... My IL phalanx was super inconsistent simply due to me not charging the arrows, so... Okay, they are full. That makes more sense. Well, I don't know what kind of voodoo magic you're doing. You just shoot faster, probably. I wonder if that still does well enough. It might actually. Yeah, it does. Well, I have issue controlling the positioning though. I mean, the way I did it wasn't too bad. The important thing is that it's comfortable to do. I'm trying to get them quicker. I actually don't think that it helps in this situation, just because the angle that phalanx comes at you is so awkward, you kind of don't want a higher jump. You might actually just miss it. That's what it felt to me, at least. Okay, that works. I mean, I can try standing on aggro. Okay. Well, anyway. That was just me positioning weirdly, or phalanx doing some weird shit. But I like the way it lines up for me, honestly. I'm not sure if I want to do it differently. I mean, to be fair, getting that first arrow ASAP might be helpful in the sense that you get more leeway on the third one. You might get the same animation I do even if you hit it second try. So that's probably a good idea. I'm just not used to do the arrows with modern remapped on phalanx. Let me try. What worked for me is lining up in a way where it, like, that seemed to work. That's probably closer to what you do. I still like it this way, though. I'm not even sure if that's any slower. That felt more natural on hitting the third one as well, because it was still lined up in a parallel rather than tilted. Makes it easier to shoot above the hook. But yeah, slightly faster on the arrows, and I think I'm good. Yep. I see what you mean now. It's easier to hit it that way. That works. Let's see if I can do it 2 more times and then I'm good. I see. Aimed that wrong. But this might still be okay. Now that's an interesting one, because I was faster on the arrows, but yeah, no, this one failed. Let's try yours. You mean like that? Didn't seem to help too much. Okay, I see. Oh, I was sure I was hitting that. It's almost awkward to back up as well. I hate it. What would happen in this case? Literally absolutely terrible, I see. Okay. Gotta aim higher. 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 Okay. I see. I hate how sometimes aggro's tail absolutely messes with your field of view. It's the worst thing ever. That was pretty damn, like, nice. I like that positioning a lot. You can just jump there and be gone. Yep. I mean, I can adjust if I ever get fast arrows and still decide where I jump on. Yep, farther forward. This still kinda worked, funnily enough. This is not even that much of a time loss. Well, sure. Well, now it is, but not due to this one. I'm fine. Okay, how about this? I'll do another run. If it dies, I stop. And I'll go as long as it doesn't die. Oh, so that depends on the turn, I see. So even if you mess it up, you can still get a decent one. That's cool. Well, I wanna make this count, you know. There's nothing much to say for now. Because I know I couldn't, like, actually go through with a big ass reset session here. Yeah, sure, whatever you say, quad, sure. Malice split of yours. I mean, to be fair, how much time is realistically lost by getting hit like I did? It might be like 10 seconds, so it would have been at least closer, and definitely a gold split for me if that went well. And also I had like issues on the Malice arm because I landed in an awkward spot. Without the pressure, I probably could have done it. It was literally just getting the stumble that messed up most of it. Or maybe it was me not holding the jump long enough, but it was probably the stumble. Yep. And Phaedra now with my new splits. Gaius is actually the one that will usually throw me back by like 10 seconds, but then on Phaedra I can make back that and more. Your pathing is just better, so... I mean, I had in this run, in this PB run, like 2 moments where aggro ran into a rock or a grass patch. Those are like 10 seconds, you know, so... Can I really complain that I didn't PB when those things happen? My Gaius was very, very good, though. That Gaius was solid. Because I honestly haven't looked into it in more detail. I practiced a lot on the Colossi, but Kuro is like one of those that I never practice because there never seems a need for it. Nah, I don't think so. I usually just mess up silly low stuff on Kuro. And that's fine. You know, it's like one of those things where I feel like any split that I'd be looking at in that much detail, I'd be saving a decent chunk of time. Kuro might be more because there's more stuff to mess up, but... You know, I'd rather be solid on the other things, but I'll take a look at it before the next runs. It's just, you know, with Phalanx being so wide open, I can record easily without it for now, and then if I ever want to go for like even crazier times, which to be fair I might do this time around. Just a record doesn't seem to be the end game here. Sure, that works. So I can take this one more chill than the PB one. The PB one was a chaos, and I still made it work. Which was kinda cool, not gonna lie. Oh no! How dare you! Well, this is fucked. Sure, let's try to back this up the best I can. Oh, fucking hell. I hate this one so much when it goes wrong. It's like the worst. Ah! Literally just should have waited half a second longer on that stab. I said this was the last one. No, I'm doing another one because not like this. I see. That's interesting to know. You mean the ones like on Phalanx and Dirge that you were talking about, right? But I mean, the problem there was mostly the head. If I would have gotten a plant there, this would have still been okay. I could have continued to run at least. Okay, I might actually not be feeling it. That's how it usually goes, right? Once the focus is gone after one whole run, usually you can't do it anymore as easily. You need a second wind, and for that I would probably need to stream another 4 hours or so. Which I'm not sure I want to do today. There's still Arcane Season 2 that I want to watch the second arc of. Second act, or whatever they call it. Oh, I wasn't missing a stab there, I just got planted. I didn't miss a stab. No, I don't get what you mean. Like, stop after you get planted and go back? But wouldn't you be there too early? Interesting. That's fair, actually. That's actually a good point. I mean, it also depends on the pace. Sometimes you can back those up, even with, like, a plant. Maybe I could have barely gotten it, but I don't think so. Might have been worth a shot. Huh, interesting. Yeah, that's honestly a good idea. Because a high 56... A 56 isn't even that bad. Okay, this could have gone worse. I'll take it. Somehow I'm still messing up the actual good launch, but these are fine. Oh, this might not even hit, yep. Knew that would happen. What? Excuse me, what the fuck? What do you mean? Which border? I mean... Basically, these things are its own entity. And then this is like... And there's the borders. That's how it is. Do I have another one in me? You know what, I gotta take this slowly, it's fine. This is fine. I'll go back to this maybe Tuesday. I appreciate that. I'm also happy with it. I used to hate it and I finally got something that works. Anyway, we got like 6 viewers. Let's see if I can raid over somewhere. If not, that's also fine. If there's anything worth raiding over to anyway. Leo is streaming. That's definitely someone I want to raid over to. So let's raid Leo. Wait, I wanna do this on the other thing before it goes wrong like last time. Where am I? My channel, my chat, and now let's try this. Yeah, not the way I look at it, to be fair, but you're right. Say hi to Leo. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll be back. Maybe tomorrow, but definitely Tuesday, if not tomorrow. See y'all.